Hold on a sec. Fuck you know. Wait a minute. Just talk amongst yourselves, innit? Trying to get these comments on the screen, man. Seen a few bangers already. Why is this taking so long to set up, man? Come on. Fuck you know. I need some assistance, man. I'm telling you. Alright, this should be alright now. Got my new mouse as well, so it should be a bit sharp today. Yeah, someone says RIP IFL. Well, what's going on, man? I ain't been tuning into any of it, to be honest. I watched the little Lee Wood interview today, but I think I've clickbaited the video talking about KSI and Jake Paul, so, you know, talking about Lee Wood. It's not going to do it, is it? He's still stuck in the matrix, working the dead-end factory job. I don't know, would you say that this is the matrix? Because I'm not in a factory now, I'm on YouTube chatting, doing a live stream, so I'm trying to stay in the system, the matrix, because it's, I don't know. I think Andrew Tate's in hospital, isn't it? So I think they poisoned him. He arrested him, shut him down. Now the poison's starting to come out. How many times did you go to a brothel with Lee Wood? I never did. Not a brothel. I went to a house party with an orgy, basically. Like 5 women, 5 men. And it was just a good vibe, man. This is before Pornhub as well, so they couldn't look at dicks on the internet. You had to see it in real life, so they was really enthusiastic. You know, these women, these slags from Grimsby. And me and Lee Wood nailed it, man. We got the job done. But the woman I was with, she was on a period, innit? But I had to make do. Lee Wes, thanks for the super chat, yeah? How much you hope to make on super chats tonight, pal? I was thinking about that, you know, before I started the stream, and I knew someone would start talking about super chats, like, oh, he's not getting any super chats tonight, so he's gonna fuck off early. But not everything's about money, is it? I know I always talk about the bag, but it's just nice to chill, you know, have a little drink and a chat, do a little stream. It's like Twitter, innit? Like, people can donate to people who write a good tweet. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, everything's about money, innit? It's time to get the canvases out, bro. Also, real talk. Need a name for your fans. A name for the fans. What do you think? Scumbag Society. What about that? What about what else? Let me go and get this canvas anyway, because you just reminded me of it. Oh, you fucking dickhead, man. Just spilled a glass of wine, man. Wasting alcohol. IFL Umar. He's like a little mascot, isn't he? You know, for these videos, he's like a little mascot. Can you see that? Shall I push it that way a bit? I spilled a glass of wine, you know. Oh, you. Yeah, man. Tyan Mania is running wild, brother. But yeah, that guy's saying, oh, how many super chats do you think you'll get tonight then? You know, trying to be all fucking snidey. You know, like, oh, you're not going to get any. But like I say, man, you know, you can donate money to people for writing a good tweet. It's like, can't you just enjoy something just for the sake of it? Instead of thinking about money, man. I went for a pizza with this fat man, yeah. This fat cunt. We went to Pizza Express. We had a really good chat, you know, really deep, in-depth conversation. And afterwards, when we were leaving, yeah, I said to the fat cunt, we could have made that into a podcast. And he was like, oh, we've just had a really deep conversation, a meaningful discussion for over an hour, you know, and you're trying to relate it to money. You're putting it down to money, man. It's like you just discarded everything and you're just thinking about the pound sign when I'm telling you about my life. It's a good point. I know what he means, but other people can benefit from it, can't they? Like that Boxing King Media interviewed Ebony Bridges, I told you, innit? And he was trying to dig up her horrible past. You know, and she probably got raped because she's promiscuous, she's sexual, isn't she, Ebony Bridges? So that suggests that she might have been raped, you know, in her early life, and she said that she nearly died and this and that. So she might have tried to delete herself, if you know what I mean. You can't say that word on fucking YouTube, man, the S word. So yeah, this guy's saying I've sold out to the Matrix. I'm not saying certain words, I get it. Working in a factory. I don't work in a fucking factory, man. Spilled a glass of wine, you know, just like that. Flanagan has had implants, Tyan. Do you think, no, they're not implants. She might have had them since, but they're like kind of drooping down a little bit. So that suggests that they're real, you know, in that photo. That Alice Goodwin next to Rosie Webster, that's who my cousin Jermaine Pennant was married to. You know, and then he recently got divorced and now he's gone bankrupt. You know, from that divorce to that woman who's in a porno, I was looking at some topless photos of her yesterday. Alice Goodwin. So it's a risk, innit? Yes, Darren Hill. Try and get yourself to Newman Road. I used to live on that road. That's the same road Harold Graham used to live on as well, and Nassim Hamid. Nassim Hamid's shop, his old shop, where his dad used to work and Naz used to help out. It's a few doors away from where I used to live. I used to walk past that shop to go down the hill to the gym. And I used to fucking think Naz used to do this same walk every day. A bit of a boxing digress there, but I love Naz, man. That's why I had to expose his snidey brother. And then his brother see me in town and he was like looking at me, you know, like he really wanted to say something. Yes, AJ, thanks for the super chat, yeah? Name your top 5 soap birds. Used to love Candice, me. Who's that? Willie Candice, what, from Coronation Street? Let me have a look at this. Candice. Yeah, sorry about this live, but don't matter. What are they? Nah, nose is a bit turned up. She alright, nothing special, man. Women aren't special, man. They're not. They're kind of valued on their looks, aren't they? That's why they put on loads of makeup and get surgery and stuff like that. So they know their values based on their looks, yeah. But that fucking Candice woman there, she's alright, innit? But you see loads of women like that. I went out the other night and just seen loads of fucking women who look like that. So it's not like they're special. Andrew Tate's special, man. I think I'm getting to that level as well, so. Carlos Baldomir proves money can't get you a woman. Get you women sometimes. So he used to. Fucking hell. Tyan, what's your social life like? I'm going to a party in about a week, in Nottingham. One of my old friends is having a 40th birthday party, so I'm going to go there, yeah. But I know people are going to talk to me about the Eubank fight. That's the highlight so far, so I'm going to get on Discord, and try and grow. Try and grow, man. Yeah, someone just asked me to watch a True Geordie video of him talking about Andrew Tate. He did a new video, didn't he? So I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, I'm going to go there, Are you going to the Wood Lara fight? Yeah. Going to that. I'll get some content there. I feel a bit on edge, man. That I might bump into Carl Froch and Lee the alcoholic Froch. It's not that I'm scared, but sometimes you have to kill people, don't you? It can end badly, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm a gangster, but I don't know, man. I can't get beat up by Carl Froch and Lee the alcoholic Froch, and just like live with it. Yeah, when I got beat by Eubank, I couldn't live with it, man. I wanted the rematch. I was running up and down this hill over there, trying to get fit because I ran out of steam in the fight. So every day I was fucking running up and down the hill, man. So if I got beat up by Carl Froch and his fucking brother, I couldn't leave it there, do you know what I mean? We'll turn up to mate's party, but not to see his mum at Christmas. I know. I know what you mean, man. I'll regret it one day when she's dead. Do you know the Big Knots gangster who done recent podcast? No, I ain't. But I like watching those criminal documentaries and podcasts. I grew up with a load of criminals, and I'd love to interview them, on this channel. And I've asked them a few times what they're like on edge. They feel like it can come back to haunt them. If they start talking on camera about the crimes they've done. Because I used to look after a sawn-off shotgun for somebody. And the bullets, they were about that big. So, if I start asking him about that, I don't know, is it over now? I don't know, are the police going to fucking go back 10 years and start trying to piece together things, man? Just joined. Any illegal content. Omegle. That's what I've done today as well. I've tried to get back on Omegle, yeah. I fucking set up a VPN to hide my internet address. I've downloaded about 4 different browsers. Microsoft Edge, Opera, whatever. And I still can't get on Omegle. I'm still banned. I don't understand. And when something's just pissing you off, you just think, oh, fuck it, forget it, man. Just move on, man. Yep. I spilled a glass of this already, though, but I'm on a good level right now. I've been sober all day. And I don't know if I feel better sober or drunk. But if I go to Lee Wood's fight with Lara and I get drunk like this and fucking bump into Carl Froch and Lee the alcoholic Froch, I'm too lethargic, you know what I mean, right now. So I still fuck them up, but it'll be harder to do, man, than if I was sharp, sober. Did Nas ever sort you any cash out? That's such a good question, that is. And I thought about that I think it was this morning when I was in bed. I was just thinking about all kinds of shit. I was thinking about the time when I bumped into Nas's brother. And he said that Nas loves me. Like me, you know what I mean? These videos. That's what his brother said. Why would he lie? Why would he fucking try and make me feel good? No lying. So, and he started talking about the black painter and decorator. Who was painting a wall when Nas was on the pads with Brendan. Throwing those fucking punches from those angles, man. I love Nas. But no, I thought, imagine if Nas, messaged me on Instagram saying, I like your videos. Here's 50 grand. It's like a charitable donation, isn't it? It comes off his tax bill, man. When you just think some mad thoughts, just random shit. Do you think you could beat John Fury on the streets? It's like you lot asking me questions that I've thought about recently. It's so strange, man. It's like we are a cult of scum, just sitting around thinking about shit like that. Would I beat John Fury in the streets? Yeah, I think, he's fucking pretending to climb out the ring to get to Jake Paul. You know what I mean? When he knew he was being held back. Yeah, I'll do him in, man. Probably wear these glasses in it because he likes to poke people's eyeballs out. So yeah, I'd have to fucking go in there with these shades. Fuck him up. This guy asked me a good question about Clifton Mitchell. But it's too niche, innit? It's too, like, come on, man. People have tuned in for KSI, you know, the kids. Nah, there's only 300 people watching, you know. It's just the usual fucking... I was going to say scum. Yeah, that Clifton Mitchell came up to me, you know, at the KSI fight week. Or actual fight with that Swarm. So he gave me a hug and that. He said, yeah, I love your videos, you know, you keep it real, man. So he gave me that little bit of you know, when Clifton Mitchell was talking to Joshua, what fight was that? I was trying to think, like, Yankee Zulu there with a £2 super chat, you know, he's there, he's regularly here, man. He's another one. Got any big plans for this year, Ty? Big plans. Yeah. I want to get a few pay slips together and get into property. You know, and rent the properties out. You know, Nance, he owns a big student accommodation in town. And he's like, let it out, you know, to a managing whatever. But yeah, property, man. Just chuck a load of people into the properties and just fucking do what I did with my old boxing manager. Just, you know, handing over cash. People handing over cash to me. No one in my family's on the ball, man, financially. Jermaine Pennant was the great hope. But he's just gone bankrupt, hasn't he? So even he fucked up. I want to break the mold, man. I want to break the cycle. So these little £2 super chats are appreciated. Who wins on the street, Baby Ting or Hatman? We don't know what he looks like, do we, that Hatman? That black bouncer. The Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer. I think I should do that. I was a bouncer when Confessions. When I was a bouncer here, I stood at the gate, you know, at the club where I was working. These two women came in. I checked their ID. And then one of the women said to me, I ain't got any drugs on me either, look. And she like pulled her fucking top down and her bra, you know, and like shown like her tits. You know, to show me that she didn't have any drugs on her, she like showed me her tits like that. It's weird, man. Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer. So many ideas. Sometimes I'm in bed and I can't sleep because I'm just thinking of all this shit. You know, that little idea there. Well, don't know whether to vape, smoke a spliff or drink the rosé. I've got a few options. When did you start getting into boxing? From what age? I was 15 years old and I was training at the same gym as Carl Froch. And I thought, oh, I've got no chance. Because I was hitting the bag with Carl Froch and Carl Froch was like smashing the bag up. And he put like a big dent in the fucking bag. Carl Froch. But I was just tapping like a bitch, and I thought, nah, there's no way I'm going to go anywhere in boxing, man. This guy's only a few years older than me, so forget it. But I've always doubted myself. When I was 14, I was a bit disappointed, you know, that I was like not that good at football. Like my cousin Jermaine Pennant, he was getting all the praise, you know, in the area. He was like the little celebrity, you know, coming through. Get a cannabis vape, yeah. Are they illegal or what? You know, James Helder, the co-founder of IFL, he recommended that I start getting cannabis vapes. And I don't know if I've pissed James Helder off, you know, by talking about him in these lives. Because he rang me today, yeah. And I didn't answer. Because I automatically assumed that I'd said something bad about him, you know, in the lives. Because you don't want to be associated with me in public, yeah. Because his boss, I've dissed him in my videos. This boxing promoter called Richard Poxon, I called him the ugly promoter. And I was going to go on fucking Google Images and just show you some photos, but I've said to James I'll apologise to him, innit, so I don't want to fucking... Tyan, do you know Mr. Block, Shane McPhilby? Yeah, he added me on Facebook the other day. I don't know who he is though. Who is it? I can't be bothered to lean forward and type his name in, you know what I mean? You're like a broken record, man. You tell us the same stuff every stream. Laughing face. So you're laughing, so you're enjoying it. So what's the fucking problem? What's the issue, man? If you're putting a laughing face, it's like, yeah, I'm enjoying the same fucking stories, and then you're complaining. Time, which is best, A. Escort or Sierra Cosworth? What does that mean? Who the fuck's that? You're asking me to react to videos here, and I'll try and lean forward in a minute, you know, to type it in. I need an assistant, man. And it'll come off my tax bill as well, so I've been thinking about hiring a woman, you know, to sit here next to me on the settee. Tyan, is your mum's back better? What do you mean by that? Is my mum's back better? What do you mean? You mean you blew her back out? Is that what you're trying to say? You're trying to diss my mum, yeah? And me. Scum. Are you still doing any boxing training nowadays? I'm making moves behind the scenes. That's why I got a little shit job in a fucking factory. You know, get some pay slips, get into properties, rent them out. You know, step up financially. I appreciate the super chats. They're enabling me to invest in property. But I know you don't want to hear that, do you? Some of you. Most of you. You don't want me to do well. You don't want to give me a £1. What's the lowest amount you can send in a super chat? Do you know what it is? It's got to be more than a penny, because YouTube take a third. You lot are fucking reading my mind, man. David Harrison, thanks for the super chat, yeah? Have you ever had any dealings with the Gunn family from the Bestwood estate? So I watched the documentary on them guys, the Gunnies. I used to hear about them. You know what I mean? I used to fucking hear about them, man. Nottingham gangsters. I remember when I was about 10 years old and my dad said to me, if I die, know that there's a gun buried in the back garden next to the tree. Is Harvey Weinstein producing your new movie? Like I say, I find it funny when I hear women say, I don't need a man. But you kind of do, you know, to protect them from people like Harvey Weinstein. You know, men who locked him up and set the laws in place in the first place, you know, to lock people like that up. So no more women can get victimized. Yes, what's happening, man? Hex Toys fell off, bro. Man went from £450 to £50 donations. He might need a second job. What you on about, man? Is Hex Toys in the building? Where you at? Shout out to Hex Toys, man. Good guy, innit? Shout out to the viewers, man. If you ever see me in public, come up to me, give me a little fist bump, and then keep it moving. Big Hex Toys in the building with the Be Safe £50 donation. Fuck, you know. I don't know, what do you want me to do, man? It's like I owe you. I feel guilty now a bit. But yeah, I don't know what else to say other than thanks. What do I do? It stands out though. People message me about Hex Toys. So he's getting a bit of publicity. People say, oh, who is it? Even my cousin like clicked on his link because he was surprised like that. He gave me 450 quid. Is Austin Mason a high value man these days? That's the guy who I started off with, man. You know, on this little journey, this little YouTube, podcast, whatever, radio journey that I've been on the past 10 years. There's a book and it talks about the 10,000 hour rule, and it says if you do something for 10,000 hours, you'll become good at it. So I think I paid my dues, you know. What do you think? Do you think I've mastered YouTube lives? Why else is he giving me 50 quid, man? Keep that on the screen until it expires. The higher the donation, the longer it stays on the screen, so, or in the chat, or whatever. What was you just talking about? Austin Mason, that's what I started out with. And he kind of like fell off. He didn't stick to it, man. And I wish he did. Because me and him could have been like True Geordie and Lawrence. But he didn't fucking stick to it, man. He went off, got with this black woman, had a kid. And then the kid's mum died, you know, a few days ago. See, there's a guy called Ricky Super here. And he's saying, oh, do you want 400 quid? Do you want 50 quid? Do you want 100 quid? But Hex Toys just jumps in there and just chucks 50 quid at me. You know why this fucking Ricky Super, he's sat there chatting away, typing. You're not a man of actions, man. Yeah? Hex Toys is a man of action. This guy's a coward, man. You know this guy here? He wrote a comment here and then he deleted it. And he said, how do I tell my Jamaican dad that I'm a bit fruity? And I seen it and then he like retracted it. You know, like a little hoe. I clicked on the wrong one, you know, but that's what I mean. He's just seen that £50 super chat comment and he's fucking hating. That's what I mean. Some people don't want you to do well, including your own family. We're all just scum in here. At least Ty's having a go at it. That's what I mean, man. I get into little debates, you know, with my cousins. You know, who work in factories. And I say to them, you can do this. You know, you're fucking funny, man. You've got talent. You've got good humour. You could easily do this and get £50 super chats from Hex Toys. But they're so programmed, you know, to doing a 9 to 5 job. got like mental barriers, mental blocks, where they can't think beyond the factory. But I never got programmed, you know what I mean? Because when I was 15, I was just obsessed with boxing. So school didn't really mean anything to me. I got 3 C's in my GCSEs. English literature, and humanities. So this guy, yeah, called Gary TFL Welsh, and he says, "My boy has a face for radio, laughing face." Which is a good little fucking thing to say, because I'm gonna say the comment below that is Michelle Hall Phelps a high value woman? Men and women are valued on different things, aren't they? Women are valued on their looks. That's why the beauty industry is a fucking multi-billion-dollar industry. But men can be ugly, you know, and still do well if they got fucking money. But a woman who's ugly, wrinkly, old, even if she's got money, it's not gonna fuck. She's not. Come on, man. I was gonna call him Frank Smith. £4.49. Ty, is this just what? Bro, you know, if you're gonna type, like, just fucking Tyan, is this the just waiting to die room? I asked you before, but you missed my £1.79. What are you saying? Tyan, is this just the waiting room to die? Yeah. It's getting you through, innit? It's getting you through. It's stopping me from getting evicted again. So, it's all good, man. Yes. I was going to say he's laundering that cash, but I don't want to fucking upset him, man. He's giving me a nice bag. Free top G. Yeah, man. Andrew Tate. He's got millions and millions of pounds. He's getting fucking loads of pussy. He's just chilling in Dubai or wherever, Romania. So if I was in that position, I don't think I'd speak out like him. I think I'd just fucking be a little company man, like, ooh, Joshua. You know, I'm not going to diss Johnny Nelson. Johnny Nelson's also the reason I'm able to sit here and get these £50 donations from Hex Toys. Because I learned from Johnny, like, not to give up. You know, because he lost his first 3 fights, but he still went on and won a world title. Now he's got an MBE. So, you know, back in the days, yeah, I used to have this other channel with this guy called Austin Mason, yeah. And Kel Brook used to watch the videos. And when I'd go into the gym, Kel would, like, talk about the videos and he'd, like, laugh. And he'd say, when I watch your videos, I look down at the views and you've only got, like, 50 views. But I didn't give up, man. I stayed on it like Johnny Nelson. Shout out to Johnny Nelson, man. Severe fungal nail infection. You know, the last time I worked in the factory, yeah, I had a long nail, you know, on my thumb. And I was picking up a box of bread. And my nail snapped. And it was all They had to rush me to the first aid room. And they put a lot of plasters on my fucking finger, man. I hate making a fool of myself, you know. That's why these lives at first were a bit like, can I do this? Can I do it? And I did it, yeah. And my first live I did, I made $1,000. You know, in a few hours. The one after that I made 850 quid. I've never donated a penny. Am I still welcome? Yeah, you're welcome, man, because you're commenting, aren't you? You're chatting, you're getting involved. And that helps these lives. Without this chat, this live's nothing. This live wouldn't happen. Bro, these thoughts have come into my head, man. Not about grape as such, well. I thought about doing that, like hiring an escort, bringing her around here and setting the camera up so it's filming before she comes around. And then I say to her, sit down, have a drink. She might see the camera recording. She might just start kicking off in it. And a fucking black pimp might be outside. It's happened before. That's such a good fucking comment, that is. This guy said, always remember, behind every fit bird there's a guy tired of tapping it. 100. And I just started to think about something else, which is related to that. Like, we produce like millions of sperm. Your sperm would have multiplied during this life. I know it's disgusting, isn't it? We don't want to think about it, man. Other men's sperm. But it's true, innit? All the sperm you're producing, you know, a woman can only get pregnant once. You know, from that millions of sperm that you've got, like, a woman can only get pregnant once from it a year. So other sperm want to go and do their thing, don't they? That woman's already taken, so you know what I'm saying, innit? Owen. Who wins on the cobbles? Dave Allen or AJ? Well, they've both been concussed, haven't they, in sparring? Dave Allen got concussed by Usyk. Joshua got concussed. But there's a few RIP tributes in the chat, man. RIP Heavy D. Yep. Remember when Heavy D chased that girl in the park and she pawed him off? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not Andrew Tate-like behaviour, is it? But that Heavy D, he probably messed around in school. He probably didn't have any qualifications. Probably didn't have a trade. He was a bit fat, wasn't he? So I think he was a bit lazy. So he went on like Big Brother, you know, to try and, because he was getting older. Desperate. I need to apply to go on Big Brother, you know. Do you know if I've missed the deadline? I applied for one of them, innit, and I got through the first audition. And then I got voted out. EFC 2807 give me $9.99. This is what I mean. I need an assistant, you know, to read out all this shit here. Yes, Tyan. Do you think Hor Phelps is jealous of Sky Nicholson because she made moves in boxing from sleeping with Eddie Hearn, but Phelps is still broke and not liked? So he said that, is Hor Phelps jealous of Sky Nicholson because she made moves in boxing from sleeping with Eddie Hearn, but Phelps is broke and not liked? There's so many thoughts just came into my head then, you know. First of all, Eddie Hearn's married to his wife, yeah. So Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn, they're all about the bag, aren't they? So Eddie Hearn knows if his wife divorces him, she takes half his money, he fucking loses a shitload of cash. You know what I mean? So if Eddie Hearn did fuck Sky Nicholson, yeah, it's just going to be a fuck, innit? So she's a hoe, Sky Nicholson. You know what I mean? Because she's not the main woman, she's just a fuck. So she's a whore. So Hor Phelps, he's saying that she's broke and not liked. She probably made a few quid from people subscribing to her OnlyFans. I know for a fact some of you lot do, man. So she's probably making a few quid, but it's not going to make her happy, is it? You know, she gets older and she's lonely and she ain't got a good man. And it's Christmas and she's on her own and she's 50 years old. You know what I mean? She fucking wants that life, man, but because she's hoarded herself out for so long, high value men, they're not going to fucking take her on, man. So yeah, she gets a few quid OnlyFans. Wow. She can buy a handbag and some fucking high heels. What's that gonna do? Ain't gonna do nothing, man. Women getting more money like limits them because they're not willing to date men who earn less and, you know, pay for them to eat and all kinds of shit. So when they make more money, there's only a small amount of men, you know, who earn that kind of money. Does your mom still do the massage? How do you know about that, you fucking... Thanks for the super chat, yeah? R.I.P. Machiavelli the Don. And you know, when I read that super chat, I seen his name. And I was thinking about my nephew, yeah. I told this story a fucking 100 times, man. He'll flick through TikToks, and if he's not entertained within 2 seconds, he'll skip to the next one. So I said he won't be able to watch Home Alone and enjoy it because it's not great 2 seconds in Home Alone. So then this guy's called Machiavelli the Don, yeah, Tupac. And it's like, if my nephew listened to Tupac, would he lose interest 2 seconds into the song? He's got a short attention span. I don't know, does it work like that with music as well as like videos and shit? A good question, eh? Yes, Tobias King. Would you move to Dubai? You may bump into Daniel Killahan, though, so be safe. I've thought about it. I've thought about it. I thought about the potential of me being fucking executed. I had a few warnings, telling me to stop talking about Daniel El Chapahan. But I didn't take their advice, man. I just stuck to my guns and I just thought, fuck it, man. I'm nearly getting evicted here. So if I get murdered, so what? Did you pluck your eyebrows yet? Did that. I remember when I was at college, yeah, and I plucked my eyebrows before I went, and I like fucked it up, and I like trimmed off like half of my eyebrow nearly. It's just like fucked up. You know what I mean? It was like just fucking stupid. And I went to college, yeah, and they were like taking the piss out of me, innit? And I said it was because they knew I'd like pluck my eyebrows or tried to. But I said no. I had to have it like shaved off because I box, and I had a little fucking lump there, and they had to like, that thing that they use, the iron in the corner. They had to do that on the fucking swelling. So they had to like shave my eyebrow off a bit and just. That's what I said, innit? And they knew I was lying, man. They were trying to laugh at me, man.